Elon was not able to hang out with the Hall of Fame predator of the world.
Aww, boo-hoo. Now I'm at to a pedophile party.
It's
The Epstein files tier list.
Out of all the creepers that have been exposed throughout the past years, there is no one, and I mean no one, who has come close to being as terrible a person as Jeffrey Epstein. And I thought we had some good contenders, you know. I mean, we got Diddy, we got David, we got R. Kelly. Those people seem like angels compared to this guy. Epstein passed in 2019.
My mind's telling me no, but my body is telling me yes.
And is still making headlines 6 to 7 years later in 2026. These files have been kept secret for so long where people just thought they were never going to be released. But a bombshell of documents, specifically 3.5 million pages, has finally been made public by the Department of Justice. And holy, there is a lot to unpack. Because Epstein was not the only evil person there. We got the whole gang of villains. And just like how I made a video that talked and tier list these creepers, we're going to do the same here, but instead it's the Epstein Files edition. There's a lot to uncover, but I'll try my best to go over the main parts and the main people covered in these files. Keep in mind that everybody on this tier list are bad people, very bad people, but some are still
terrible as fuck,
worse than others. And before I begin, for legal reasons, I have to say that everything covered is alleged. I'm trying to play it safe here. Also, due to YouTube's policy, there's going to be a bunch of censorship. So instead of saying predators, monsters, assault, we're going to be saying a lot of the stuff in video game terms so that everybody gets a concept without the whole video sounding like. With that being said, let's start off with
Bill Gates. Okay.
Bill Gates is a very rich businessman known for being the co-founder of Microsoft. And like all rich people do, once you have enough billions of dollars, you're automatically given a golden ticket to Epstein's Island and some spirit takes over your body to want to start doing some freaky shit. And in Bill Gates' case, he had a liking towards Russians. In 2013, an email draft hints that Bill Gates contracted STDs from
I have a Microsoft, god damn it. Oh.
Russian girls during his visit to the island. Worried that he may pass those infections to his wife,
God, a fucking fetish.
he asked Epstein for antibiotics to discreetly give to his wife so she wouldn't find out about his infidelity. How are you gonna cheat on your wife and give her STDs, bro? Come on. Bill Gates and his ex-wife Melinda did have a divorce back in 2021, so luckily that relationship is over. But ever since the news came out, he does apologize and admit to having an affair with 2 Russian girls, but not involved in any illicit or illegal activities. But I want you to remember that he could have apologized 13 years ago. He took longer to apologize than the victims on Epstein Island. So I wouldn't say this apology is sincere. You're sorry because you got caught, not sorry for your actions.
Hell no, of course.
I can't say that he's a creeper because we don't know the ages of the Russian girls. But you know what?
Probably.
Just because he cheated on his wife,
they probably were.
He's going to the S tier. Prince Andrew was a senior British royal, being the 3rd child of Queen Elizabeth II and the younger brother to King Charles III. He probably had one of the worst birthdays of all time because he celebrated his 66th birthday by being arrested over the Epstein files. The arrest doesn't seem to be focused on the creeper stuff, but more so related to leaking private economic information about Britain to Epstein. So far, he's one of the first big names in power to go down because of the Epstein files, and some people are not happy with this.
I think it's a shame. I think it's very sad. I think it's so bad for the royal family.
You're the last person to be talking, Mr. DT.
Very, very sad.
At first, I was going to put him in a lower tier because his arrest isn't related to the creeper stuff. But after doing a little more research, this guy had a whole lawsuit on him, alleging that he participated in sexual activity with an underlevel player in 2014, 3 times. This underlevel player also claimed that she's been trafficked by Epstein. The case ended with an out-of-court settlement. And even though he wasn't convicted, he's tied to Epstein. He's tied to an underlevel player accusing him of SA, and he just got arrested. I don't think it takes more than 2 brain cells to say that this guy's a nonce. Allegedly. But yeah, throw him in the S tier.
Probably. Elon Musk, okay.
Elon Musk is known to be the richest person in the world with a net worth of over $834 billion. Yachts! He's most known for his ownership with Tesla, SpaceX, X, formerly known as Twitter. Elon claims that he's been invited to the island, but kept declining with the tweet stating,
Epstein tried to get me on his island, and I refused.
But based on the email documents, it tells a different story. Their messaging begins in November 2012, when Elon sends an email to Epstein.
What day or night will be the wildest party on your island?
Then a month later on Christmas, Elon sends another email asking if Epstein has any parties planned.
I want to hit the party scene and let loose. A peaceful island experience is the opposite of what I'm looking for.
Epstein replies saying how he's gonna get a helicopter
Epstein party
to fly in. But the plan didn't go into play as there was trouble with logistics. Then next year goes by in December of 2013 when Elon asked to visit once again.
We'll be at St. Bart's over the holidays. Is there a good time to visit?
Any day from the 1st to the 8th. Always space for you. Elon sends 2 more emails to plan a date, but he gets ghosted. So poor Elon was not able to hang out with the Hall of Fame predator of the world.
Aww, boo-hoo. Now I'm at to a pedophile party.
World. It's kind of crazy because he's actually one of the few people mentioned on the Epstein files but never actually went to the island. But it wasn't that Elon didn't want to go to the island or anything. He just wasn't invited. That must really suck because not even the creepers want to hang out with him. So other than him being associated with the creeper, he technically didn't do anything wrong. So I guess he goes to the B tier?
I guess.
By the way, if you made it this far into the video, I really appreciate it if you like and subscribe. But back to the video.
Yes, DT himself. This dude's mentioned like 90 times, so of course he is.
Donald Trump was the 45th and current 47th president of the United States of America. Trump has been known to be well tied with Jeffrey Epstein, with popular clips floating around them hanging together and enjoying each other's presence. He's been wishy-washy about the files coming out. One day he would advocate for the files to be released. Then another day he would backtrack and be like,
yo, are we really still talking about the Epstein files?
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? Are people still talking about this guy, this creep?
Trump said he cut ties with Epstein's in the 2000s over some real estate disputes, so we don't really know how strong his association was with Epstein and his crimes. And now that more files have dropped, we can finally get a better understanding between his relationship with Epstein. First of all, these guys were besties. Trump tries to downplay their friendship like they weren't bros like that, but
They were a dynamic duo.
they got more photos together than I do with my best friend. But now getting to the actual documents. Trump's name was mentioned over 38,000 times. It's starting to look like the Trump files featuring Epstein. So this guy's most definitely associated with Epstein.
It's like fucking, it's like freaking Jay-Z and freaking Kanye West. Buddies in Paris.
But we'll go over the main parts of Trump's allegations, starting with the good. When the law enforcement investigation into Jeffrey Epstein became public in the mid-2000s, Trump was stated to express gratitude to the police department, saying,
Thank goodness you're stopping him. Everyone's known he's been doing this.
this alibi matches the cutoff of the timeline for when they stopped being friends. Okay, now let's get into the bad. And it gets really, really bad. So I want you to take a deep breath with me. Most of the allegations about Trump in the latest files come from tips submitted through the FBI's National Threat Operations Center. Most of them involved him being in participation of, or at least aware of, the SA going on. Here are the most concerning. When Trump was approximately 35 years old, so around 1981, someone had reported one of their unidentified underleveled friends was forced to pleasure Donald Trump. The friend allegedly bit Trump in the process and they got hit for it. That victim was also noted to be taken advantage of by Epstein.
Is one a bubble bath?
Another tip claims that a lot of these underlevel players that were around Trump have gone missing and even being eliminated. There will be these parties at the Mar-a-Lago, which is where Trump resides, and very similar to the Diddy parties, Epstein would bring in underleveled players, but this time they were auctioned off. And to get a price for them, what Trump would do is fit his fingers inside their gloves and rate them on tightness. Yeah. And apparently Elon Musk was one of the guests. What the fuck, Elon? Yeah, you're going to S tier now.
You know about sexual predators and things like that. I mean,
you are one.
All right, I was going to say that. But
Wait.
There will be these parties at the Mar-a-Lago, which is where Trump resides, and very similar to the Diddy parties, Epstein would bring in underleveled players, but this time they were auctioned off. And to get a price for them, what Trump would do is fit his fingers
Okay, this took me like 2 seconds to like fully like understand.
Inside their gloves and rate them on tightness. Yeah. And apparently Elon Musk was one of the guests. What the fuck, Elon? Yeah, you're going to the S tier now.
you know about sexual predators and things like that. I mean,
you are one.
All right, I was going to say that. But
he's laughing. He's like, yeah.
That clip is
He's definitely like, yeah, you caught me, yeah.
definitely not aging well. Even though these are the worst allegations so far, the evidence is not as reliable, as most are anonymous calls and tips. No doubt there's more information withheld about this guy, but based on everything he's accused of, if this is true, Trump is going straight to the top of the S tier. Unfortunately, only 1 out of the 4 people that was listed seem to be punished for their ties with Epstein. And based on how things are going, it doesn't seem like anything's gonna be done about it. A lot of people are upset over the horrific shit that's happened on the island that should have been out 6 years ago. And now that it's finally gone into light, we got like 3 arrests, 4 arrests. These are not petty little crimes like stealing from the dollar store.
No,
people get arrested for way less than whatever these people have done. Anyway, I hope I educated at least one of you guys about the Epstein files. Again, none of
I'm full educated, my man.
these people are good people. I actually think they're a few levels higher than the ones I covered in the last video. But if there's more crazy news, I'll keep you guys updated. So I will see you in the next video.
So yeah, just a bunch of bad people. Yep, bunch of bad people. You know, definitely Trump should be in the S tier. Yep. They should be like, this is their own tier. God damn. Oh, Dark Knight. I didn't know about the whole glove type shit. I had no idea he was doing that. I knew like he was mentioned like 80 times, but I didn't know about the rating on the Titans.